we're talking about is Shettima as the vice president, has defended the government policies. And according to statements, it says he empathized with the poor, but there is no option. I'm just going to read a short synopsis, but a synopsis basically on this topic. Now, amid hardship faced by Nigerians, the federal government says it empathizes with the citizens, especially the poor. The vice president, Senator Shettima, stated this in Abuja just yesterday during the 30th anniversary of the Nigerian Economic Summit. He defended the economic policies of the current administration while highlighting steps taken by the government to improve the economy. So to be factual, I'm gonna read. I'm gonna quote what he said verbatim, and what he said is some of the policy decisions, the policy options available are painful, but they are almost inevitable. He said, "My heart and the heart of President Bola Tinubu goes to the Nigerian people. We empathize with the poor and the young are going through what the young are going through in the Nigerian nation, and we have no option. Some of these decisions are unpopular, but the truth is, most often the truth that men prepare not to hear." Meaning that this is a truth that is happening right now, but we are not prepared to hear, but they can only empathize with us. Okay, over to you, Marcy. Now, this statement is coming from the place of empathy, presumed empathy by the vice president, stating that he empathizes with the poor, but at this point, there's nothing they can do. Their hands are tied. This is just the way to go. And recently, I saw from World Bank, where the minister said that if we have to grow out of whatever economic situation we have right now, whatever economic policy we put in place right now has to go for about 25 years or thereabouts for us to get a better economy. But what's your take about this?
He said, "My heart and the heart of the president go out to most of the Nigerian people." That's a statement he made. And I completely disagree with him. Do you know what? If his heart and that of the president go out for Nigerian people, the way of their life, the standard of their living will be able to demonstrate that. It's like there's a disconnect between the leadership and the masses, the people. How can you say that? They are living in abundance, while the people are living in penury, while the people are living in abject poverty. You see them living flamboyantly, buying houses, building houses, buying expensive cars, killing cows, celebrating, marrying so many wives. And Nigerians are eating from a dustbill. And he said his heart goes for it. I completely disagree with him. From where I was coming from, the same topic we treated. Yesterday, your sister station, Atlantic Television from Port Harcourt, the same thing we discussed. But it pains me to hear our leaders treat us like this. And of course, like I said, this is not the Nigeria we made. How can a world vice president allow himself to live in a mansion? His residence was refurbished or renovated with billions of naira, and he says we should endure. Can't this our endurance translate to enjoyment? Then how come that our president, who said there's no option, he allowed himself to be given an expensive new jet? How come that our leaders, our lawmakers, were given expensive car of 160 million naira each, and you are telling me there's no option? There is option. The option that is there is the way out is your policy is quite anti-masses. Try to review some of them. Don't come and tell us what have we done? What did they want? They want us to live, to spill our blood? It's too much. You see, because of the hardship, one of your sister stations, the presenter walked out of the studio was it Saturday or Sunday? I know it's quite unethical, but then the expression of anger, expression of tiredness, expression of everything. So I completely disagree with him. They don't have the interest of the masses at heart.
Okay, you're about to even give a suggestion of what you think they should be able to do. What exactly do you think at this point now? Yes, I know you mentioned some things. You talked about, okay, you feel like you want to sympathize with the masses, but you're getting this, you're buying this, you're living in.
And people are seeing it now. Not that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you are saying people, the masses. You ask to excise patients. The masses that are eating from the dustbin are seeing you. Even not buying things from the same market, you have your own special market, and you are asking them to excise patients. You are now depending on the advice of the World Bank. Haba, what is wrong with us? What is actually wrong with us? Are they not seeing? Because we have found ourselves living in a country where the slaves ride on horses, on chariots, while the kings and the priests walk on the street barefooted. Which is wrong. So the best thing is that the policies are anti-masses. Why not try to review it? Because the Oyibo man that made pencil, this is eraser, this is a demand pencil. If you write with this, so you turn the right side to clean it. So they do it. Let us see the implementation of this palliative. We've told you we don't need palliatives. We told you that even these 20 truckloads of rice you say distributed, we didn't say it. So why are you deceiving us? You think we are daft? You think we are not human beings? Time has come for us to talk to you face to face that President, you are not doing the right. And of course, Nigerians are not happy. How much is cost of fuel now? Yeah. I mean, from Lagos here to the east, right now, yeah. Almost 10,000. Now from Lagos to east, now is 50,000. 50,000, right? From Oba to here, you know how much it is. So things are expensive. You are seeing it, people are crying. Why not come back and talk to yourself? My people are perishing. My people are crying. My people are worried. My people are dying. And let us try to reduce this. The moment their policy, their anti-policy policy statement they are making, anti-policy against people, they review it, you see things will go down. And look at what happened in 1993. When Abiola came up, the moment people heard about the name Abiola, the price of everything crashed down. And that is how it's supposed to be. And you are telling us there's no option. There is option. Let us see that lifestyle in you. A leader is a person who leads and others follow. A leader is leadership by example. Be a servant leader so that people will emulate you. Not people do what I say, but don't do what I do. That's what is happening.
Thank you so much. They said something, it's easier to go with the words than actually put it into actions. We have Comrade. Comrade, what's your reaction to, what the Vice President said in reaction to what the pharmacists have been crying out for to review the policies? And we heard Mazi also suggested that the policies are anti-masses and need to be reviewed. And if I remember correctly, there was a governor that was on live television, and the governor was like, we can't even afford a crate of egg, you and I. And the presenters, if I remember correctly, had to correct him and told him, no, not you. Maybe me can afford a crate of egg, but for you, a politician in leadership, definitely you can even afford more than that. But what's your reaction to most of what we have said on this table here?
Yeah, thank you so very much. Thank you for having me on today. Actually, government are not doing the best of what the promises Nigerians they will do in their prior to the election that brought them in power. Alhaji Kashim Shettima, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has been vocal in defending the current government policies. See, to me, thanks, I like the administration's effort to address the country's challenges, why specific, of the policies we aren't provided. So Shettima's defense underscores the government commitment, to its own agenda. In masses, we all know that capitalists and capitalism and capitalists thrive in accumulation, accumulation, wealth, and opulence. This is just the state of what's going on or what has been happening in the corridors of power as regards what our president leaders are doing. Like my honorable panelist already said, every policy of the government that has been implemented today is not having any direct positive impact on the masses of our country. It came with a policy, that is not pro-masses friendly. It's an elitist politics that ordinarily an average Nigerian cannot survive in such economic policy. Notably, when they initially promise us, when they are coming into the service of leadership, they said there's going to be fuel subsidy, which we all know. Even all other contestants in the last presidential election also made this known to Nigeria, which ordinarily there is nothing bad in it. But there is no template, in actualizing this subsidy removal that would have been a kind of alleviate immediate suffering, the immediate pain that is going to have on Nigeria. They promise the unification of the exchange rate, tax revenue growth, improved spending and revenue allocation, diversification of exports, and addressing insecurity. Today, all these policies, all this agenda that have been promised Nigerians are not even working at all. None has been achieved. This about diversification, of the diversification of export. We are more a consuming country than exporting country. Everything we are doing, we bring it from abroad. We are not producing. We are not a producing country. We are only consuming, but we are not producing. And it's most alarming. The state of insecurity in this country have never been so bad in recent times. And the government is not doing anything to put these things to abeyance. So nip it in the bud. Just recently, as I heard it from your news yesterday, a divisional police officer was gruesomely murdered in cold blood. That is a security person, and it's not the only person, that was attacked in that, assassination. Not to talk of we defenseless citizen that doesn't have, the wherewithal, security, apparatus to defend ourselves. So if a DPO, a divisional police officer of a station, has been so killed, so easily, definitely nobody is in this country. But he said, we have to just be our own, we have to build our security ourselves, we have to put things that will make sure that the government has failed to make provision as they have promised us in terms of security, welfare, and social amenities. So Alhaji Kasim Shettima is a politician. There is no vice president in the history of Nigeria, but there is no political loyalist in the history of Nigeria of a party that will have a decent, views of opinion to whatever is going on in their administration. So if the president, and moreover, in the time past, we have been told that our democracy, we are still in nascent democracy. At this stage, our democracy is no longer nascent. It's supposed to have, we have to have gotten it right. We have to have put things in the right, saddle. Not a situation whereby we'll be thinking or we'll be blaming the past administration. Another administration will come, we'll be blaming the other administration. You have seen the deficiency, you have seen, the lacuna, in the area of governance, in Nigeria. So what we have to do, if you are a serious-minded person, if you are a serious person that is contending as the president of Nigeria, all you have to do is to come out, to come and, as since you have identified those lacunas, those areas of deficiency, those areas of challenges. What we ought to do as a serious president is to come and start putting those things right. Not that you will be telling us that the country has been so bad in the past. And this was a system that you are part of it over 8 years ago. So what are you doing now to come and tell us that it's not, a smoke screen? So obviously you are deceiving us. But when we now look at it now, in few years to just be out of it. So the president cannot tell us that he is not prepared or is not ready to come and do, the turnaround for our economy. So enough of all these promises. We are not ready. We are no longer listening to any excuses. Because by next year, 2025, all what we see now that we'll be playing on now is going to be preparing for the 2027 election. That's what is going to happen. So if you can't give us, the hope that you promised us, the renewed hope, don't come and give us the pain. So that is my position. I just have to stop there.
Okay. Thank you very much for what you said. One thing I just want to go with last thing I said was you promised us renewed hope, and instead you're giving us so much pain. Now he said something. He said something very key. He said that most of our politicians don't have the decent feel of the masses, which is exactly what we said. And he also said that why is it that the leaders now, even when we have another leadership, they will keep blaming the past leadership. That doesn't show, because they already know what was on ground and they feel like they are coming to tell us, I want to correct what was on ground. But when they come, they end up still blaming the past leadership and making it look as if they're about to help, but we see them do something else and just keep giving us a reason of, yes, this is what happened before, this is what we met on ground.
Corruption. Because I think that center, there's something either fundamentally wrong or spiritually wrong. That anybody that goes there will still play the same music, dance the same dance. I listened to the group managing director of an NPC yesterday or Sunday. He said one of the reasons why they removed the subsidy was an individual will buy a truckload of fuel for 600 something thousand, and he now sent it across the border and make 17 million naira per one truck. Not that I formulated it, I heard him say it. Then my question is this: why is our border so porous? And I've said it time and again on this platform that even you say you shut down our border, you close it, you cannot close the borders in the north. You cannot. Is it Ilela? Is it Bama? Where is it Castina? You can't close those areas because that's what they need. So if a truckload of fuel is sold to them at 600 something thousand naira, then now they sent it across the border and made profit of 17 million. That cost to the point that our security outfit is nothing. Then again, these are people calling us to endure with them. But have you forgotten, there was a statement that what I handled yesterday. The Senate president said, anywhere you see free food, go and jump and eat. I think I had it. The same people. At the same day, after the vice president, you now get the Senate president. Don't forget, even during the anti-whatever, the last protest, the Senate president, the same man, said, while they are protesting, they will be eating their rice and chicken. These are the statements coming from our leaders. Are they actual leaders? Indeed. So, what he has said is just the same thing we have been saying. You see, like that lady from, your sister station, that out of anger, out of frustration, I walked out. I know it's against the ethics of the profession. But then it came to a point that I've used the word kiloshe. What do they want? Organic. Meafaro. What is actually wrong with our leaders? You are seeing us dying. You are asking us, please, is well. Just like James was saying, a brother came to you and is hungry. And you say, kneel down. Let me pray for you. After prayer, you say, go in peace. Have you solved his problem? Now, you are saying they are people. And of course, when I say we didn't elect them, they force themselves against us. What? We say we want to elect. They say no, they want to impose themselves. And look at the resultant today. When we are having leaders that don't have interest, I think as I was coming, what was going on my mind was that it may be when we are starting next dispensation, we need to select people and send them to Yaba. You know the Yaba I'm talking about. You know the Yaba I'm talking about. I don't want to say so that. So let our leaders be properly, morally brought up. Honestly, if our people are morally brought up, they'll be able to have a discerning spirit to know what is. It's like they don't know that we are not happy with them. They know, but that's what you can do, because after all, they will say, after all, you see, after the Senate president, did he actually pass through the election? He didn't pass through the election. Remember what Okano asked him, said, my friend, how did you come to the Senate without going through the primaries? So these are the people, because they are not there with a vote. So they can do anything in their life. They can say anything in their life. The vice president, you remember, when we talked about same belief, they not say it doesn't matter. I know what he did when he was in Medugri, Brunei State governor. I was in Medugri. That was 80 something, no, around this. I was in Medugri from 1982 to 87. I was in Medugri. So those areas Boko Haram has taken over, I know them. So, but I know food insecurity is there. We are hungry. Those beans and the groundnut oil being produced from Medugri, where are they today? The hashish came from Sokoto, where are they today? The cotton from Zaria, where are they today? The tomato from Danukwa is Biliri. Biliri is in Gombe State. Where are they today? Our farmers cannot go. And what about the rice pyramid? Our former president now displayed. Where are they? So they are not talking to us, and those of us who are elderly. I think we should come out and say, but then the youth are supposed to even. They are attacking the former governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi, who said that the youth supposed to come out. Which youth are you talking about? It's not the same youth that we used to carry ballot buses. So the issue is this: we are evil to ourselves. So when our leaders begin, let them now begin to know that they are talking to people who are their seniors, who have even gone through this thing before them. Because I don't think a good leader will come out to make statement that is not acceptable. Especially people who look at it that you are insulting their intelligence.
Okay, Mazi, I wanted to also react to it. Like, it's so sad. I'm actually agreeing, because it's so sad that most of our leaders, they tend to make us feel like they understand what we're going through. But when you check out their statements and their ways of life, it's not.
It doesn't. There's no correspond. Yes, it doesn't correspond. That is why I am not happy. Exactly. If you said, please, I use leadership by example. If actually our vice president say we should bear with the federal government, when they budgeted how many billions naira to renovate his house, you said no. Let me manage. Our president would have said no. You don't need to spend. I have been using my private jet. I have private jets. I have jets all over. So there is economic depression, right? Now, what about even the Labour Party members, even the PDP, all of them went there, they fused together. They are based on the same feather. None of them stood and said, no. Our people are hungry. Our people are suffering. Let us mellow down. We can, review, we can now shift this thing. We can now say, maybe in the next 2 years, let us, for now, let us not be given these cars or whatever. But they enjoy it. You know how much a senator goes home with? So they are looking at that, and we are not that is hidden. We know it. Okay. It is everywhere, and you're asking us to bear with you. What can we bear you?
Very quickly, because so that we can go to the next topic very quickly. Now, we remember very well, perfectly well, this is still concerning news, because you mentioned security issues, and of course, he mentioned security issues. Now, but I hope you remember that there was a time a police personnel came out and said that having 400,000 policemen cannot actually safeguard the country. Very quickly, what's your reaction to that statement?
Yeah, I think I agree with him. We are under-policed. We're under-policed. That's the truth about it. But then, corruption. You see, corruption in the system is so much alarming that the money being allocated to the police is not enough. Even the one are cornered by, you understand what I mean? So we are under police. Let there be room where more policemen will be recruited. That's my take about that. We are under police. I agree with you.
Okay, since